now. I'll be letting people into the room, those people that aren't here on time, because every minute counts in this industry. Welcome, my name is Celine, Crypto Celine. Welcome to London Crypto Network's Lockdown Sunday. We're going to get started without any further delay on the news, the weekly review. This is something I like to do every week. A week, oh my gosh, it's been crazy. Everyone, I'm sure, must have heard about Gamestop. What is Gamestop? Why is it trending? You know, it's on the news, it's in the Financial Times, it's everywhere. So what is all of this about? Well, GameStop is an American high street shop that sells games. It was failing. It was a failing company, especially with the lockdown. And what makes it special is that it was made available, shares in GameStop was made available on certain crypto platforms. And so GameStop is one of those stocks that are really popular with Wall Street for them to short. So when they short a stock, that means they're betting on the price of the value of the company going down. And so they enter into a contract called an options contract. And that options contract will predict that this price will be such and such amount, say it's $10, and they're predicting it's going to be $5. And so they're locked into this contract for like a month or a week or 3 months, you know. But the big players, they usually do the 1 month or 3 month contracts, right? And so they've been betting on this GameStop going down, and the private investors who are being screwed over, over and over again, they always lose, to the institutional investors. They started buying up this stock, and so it has exploded. Even Elon Musk got in on the game. He's going to buy some GameStop. This has really hit Wall Street hard. They've lost billions of dollars in the space of an afternoon. This stock has been gradually rising despite the bets for it to fall. And so even the SEC has gotten in on the game. Now, it became a bit ridiculous during the week because this is what the hedge funds have always been doing. They've been preempting the market, driving prices down, manipulating prices. And now, as soon as a group of people, maybe a couple of million or, a couple of 100,000, got together and started buying the same stock, and that caused the stock price to increase. And so now the SEC are getting involved and saying they're monitoring the market volatility. It got even worse as the brokers that were trading GameStop, the centralized brokers that were trading GameStop, they stopped trading on this share price, okay, which is a scandal, illegal, illicit. You're denying the retail investor the opportunity to make money as a stock goes up. It's unheard of. Okay, so in particular, Robinhood has been a target, in fact, because they're the most high profile. They were one of the first exchanges to stop selling this stock or opening positions for people to buy GameStop. So it's called the market squeeze, the stock market squeeze, and it's going to rumble on for a while. And as these brokers were starting to restrict trading on GameStop, except for a few places, which we're going to see in the main presentation, the crowd, the activists, the retail investor activists, they now moved on to the crypto scene. And so it's a massive scandal, and there's going to be an investigation, and it will rumble on and on and on. And this was a very rare moment when the Republicans and the Democrats in Congress were united in what they fully agreed was illicit decision for Robinhood to block retail investors from purchasing stock, while hedge funds are freely available to trade the stock as they see fit. It was a classic case of double standards. And so they even went crying to Janet Yellen, to the central banks. They wanted them to come out. The former central bank president, Janet Yellen, who's now the Treasury Secretary, they wanted them to come out and block the retail investor. Or go after the retail investor for buying Gamestop and spoiling their bet, okay? So they're betting on the misery of businesses that are not succeeding. And those people are now coming out unstuck. And Janet Yellen is not going to do much because she owns shares in one of the businesses that were also involved in this scandal. And so Twitter feed was off the hook. You know, Republicans rescue themselves like chumps. Democrats are all rescue myself. You know, it's quite hilarious. Google just deleted over 100,000 negative reviews of Robinhood app, and that business is really on tender hooks as we speak. So we will watch this space to see what's going on. And of course, the twins, the famous crypto twins, the Winklevoss twins, they think they're going to go long on GameStop, which means that they're going to buy some more GameStop. So it's continuing. And this is being pitched as Wall Street versus the retail investor. And those retail investors have also gone into crypto, into a particular cryptocurrency, which we're going to look at later on. And so moving on, and of course, you know, we're talking about inequality in the financial field, which is the core reason. For those of you that are new to cryptocurrency, that is the core reason why Bitcoin was created, to give people, the little man, the ability to own an asset, okay? It's a powerful thing. And so this is the cryptocurrency that has people piled into. Wall Street Bets is a social media platform, profile on a Reddit platform. And, you know, that's where this movement started. And so Wall Street Bets craze pushes Dogecoin up 5 times. I mean, we're going to look at the chart now. Dogecoin, you can see what it's been doing for the past, since it was created. It was created as a joke, guys. And so just on what took place with Wall Street Bets, we can see that this is almost, it's on my estimates, on my analysis here, 964% at its peak, like from top to the highest high to the lowest low, okay? So if you made a cool 500% out of it, you would have done very well. If we look a bit closer, we can see that with the Fibonacci retracement analysis tool, we can see that it's well exceeded even the Fibonacci retracement. So that we can see here that Dogecoin is about to take off again. So it reached its high, it's come back down to its low, 2 positions off the Fibonacci. In fact, it just stopped short of the 1.6 position here, and now it's going back up. It's bouncing back up, and we know that the activists on the social media are definitely going for it. And yes, we are still celebrating that 40,000 benchmark for Bitcoin. Bitcoin reached 40K in January, not long ago. In fact, it's retraced back to 32K, but there's a lot of activity on Bitcoin right now. So here we go. We've got a public traded firm who have bought $150 billion in Bitcoin, and they say they're holding Bitcoin is superior to holding the US dollar, guys. I'm so excited. Yeah, We're not dealing with something that is a scam or a phase, okay? So top Bloomberg analyst also says Bitcoin should be an essential part of every gold investor's portfolio. We've got Michael J. Saylor, who's actually a entrepreneur and co-founded and led MicroStrategy. So what he does in this field is very relevant to what happens in the overall market. And he's announced that he's going to hold a Bitcoin for Corporations educational event. Yes, we all have to start getting educated in cryptocurrency to know what we're doing in that space. Ray Dalio says that Bitcoin is an amazing accomplishment and considers investing in top cryptocurrencies. So everything is on fire right now. He thinks it's one hell of a, Ray Dalio thinks it's one hell of an invention. You know, there are people that have been skeptical before, but they are now coming round to knowing what Bitcoin is all about and power of Bitcoin. And American Cancer Society have announced that they're going to create a new cancer research fund exclusively using cryptocurrency as part of a new partnership. Okay, so this is huge news, and this didn't happen back in 2018. That's the big difference here. So if we look at the chart for Bitcoin, you know, we can see here it's really peaked its Fibonacci cycle, and we saw it come back after it hit 40K. It's come back and it's retraced, and it's now about to take off again. Let's take a closer look at the top, and we can see here that it may even have the potential to fall back again down to 26,000 before launching off to the 50s and $60,000 mark. Okay, remember, nobody expected Bitcoin to hit 40K in January. And so we can only imagine what the rest of the year has got in store for Bitcoin. And of course, there are other cryptocurrencies, guys, out there. There are other cryptocurrencies that we can benefit from as well, like Ethereum. That's number 2. It's the leading digital currency after Bitcoin. And there's so much going on. CME Futures are going to launch a trading platform. So where you have, like, on the Ethereum blockchain, so where you have like the London Stock Exchange, or you've got Wall Street, you know, New York Stock Exchange, you're going to have an Ethereum stock exchange. An Ethereum based stock is huge. Okay, so the future is truly bright. And if we look at the chart and look at the retracements on what's been going on with Ethereum, and if we compare that with Bitcoin, you know, Ethereum is just getting started, guys, and we're at an all-time high level. This is all-time high season. Everything is hitting an all-time high, including volatility. So you have to make sure that you do not get caught buying here, buying high here, and then selling low. Okay, sort of like down here or down here. You don't want to be doing that. Okay, there are people that came in at 2018 and they came in here at this level, around the $1,300 level. And then we had the massive almighty correction. And people sold out here. Then they thought maybe it was a mistake and started buying here. And then they sold at the bottom. That's not what we want to do. You need to have faith in what we're dealing with. Cryptocurrency is here to stay. It is not going anywhere. Another fantastic cryptocurrency, which is more affordable than Ethereum, and has become more popular than Ethereum because of the cheap transactions. It only costs 2 Tron to send your Tron, and you'll know why when you understand that 1 Tron is less than $1. Okay, and so Justin Sun, sorry, that's the creator. And he's also getting into the Gamestop fever. And so I'm going to tell you where you can get that Gamestop as well. But if you see the chart on the Tron, you'll notice that not much has happened for most of for the past 6 months, you know, it's kind of been channeling on a flat line. And so we are waiting for alt season to happen. And we've had a couple of signals that that is going to happen very soon. And Ripple is the coin that has really signaled that we are at the start of the altcoin season, because Ripple, despite a lawsuit in America by, I think the first state was Texas, and despite another class action lawsuit in Florida, you know, Ripple is still the banker's choice, okay, of cryptocurrency. Here we've got an announcement from Santander, you know, huge bank, a European bank, and they have joined with Ripple to bring faster and cheaper cross-border payments to millions of retail and commercial customers. So if you have a Santander bank account, know that when you're operating in the crypto space, you're going to have an easier time than if you were with some of the other banks who are anti-crypto, because they know their time is nigh. And here we have the chart to see what XRP has done, and as you can see, it's nowhere near its all-time high, and it's still got a way to go on this retracement chart. So we do expect Ripple to hit something like $1, maybe even $10. You know, at the moment it's a snatch at 45 cents. If you were lucky enough to capture it at 25 cents here, you are laughing all the way to the bank. Okay, right. So now let's get on with the main presentation. So just to let you know, if you're watching the recording, make sure you're here every Sunday, 6 o'clock on London Crypto Network. Okay, you'll get to know all the information you need to know about what to do for the following week, or what has happened in the previous week in the crypto space, and you know, get to learn the basics and how to get started with cryptocurrency. And so on that note, let me just let's get on with the main presentation. You can do as well is follow me on Facebook, Instagram and YouTube, London Crypto Network on Facebook and YouTube, and the profile is at LCN_be_free, which I'm going to explain. So do check out our social media channels. Now, Be Free is an acronym that I came up with a few years ago to help people be economically empowered with financial residuals and eternal earnings. Okay, that's what Be Free stands for. Be economically empowered with financial residuals and eternal earnings. And you can be free with Crypto Celine. And so on that note, I noticed someone had their hands up. Let me just see earlier.
Hi, Celine.
Hello, who's speaking? Let me put on my
Steven.
camera so we can see each other. There we go.
Can you see me?
Okay, Stephen, hello, how are you?
I'm very good, very good.
Excellent, excellent.
I mean, excellent exposure and should I call it training or intro or whatever?
Yeah.
It's really big, and for someone like myself, I don't know about others on the call. I'm kind of a newbie to crypto and e-wallets and exchanges, despite the fact that I've just started also with the business we're both involved in. So my question is that, and I don't know whether this applies to everyone here, so I want the question to benefit everyone. In terms of starting the investing in Bitcoins, what's your, in terms of average return, say monthly, or maybe, is it long term, is it short term, is it, I mean, how does one?
Okay, so when you're talking about Bitcoin and
And
exclusively,
is it like buying shares or something? That's the way you buy.
okay, it's a bit like buying a commodity.
Okay.
Yeah, or if you like, shares in the blockchain. Okay, so the Bitcoin, it lives on the blockchain and it's a store of value. And so as the value goes up, so does the value of your holdings go up in the same way as stocks and shares. To keep really secure, you have to make sure you secure your wallet, and that is always on the blockchain.
Right.
Okay, and so it's like a store of value where you can buy a portion of it, and then as time goes by, it increases in value.
Okay, so I can just buy that store and just keep that store value and keep it.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
as you said
Now,
that.
the reason why we are in business, the business that we're in, is because we could buy 0.001 of Bitcoin or 0.1 of Bitcoin, for example, and keep it. And in 10 years' time, it will still be 0.1 Bitcoin, right? It's just the value that is going to increase, okay? Yeah. So the business we're in a Bitcoin generator business because we start off with 0.1 Bitcoin, but in 10 years time we could have 10 Bitcoin, we could have 20 Bitcoin. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks. I think I'll pick up some other questions I want to ask at the one-to-one.
no problem at all. That'll be great. All right, so I look forward to seeing you on the one-to-one.
Yeah. And when you get these Bitcoins, that's all very good, but you mentioned you have to sell them. And from what you're saying, you're selling them via an exchange. Who are the reliable exchange people? Because you would have to be careful, wouldn't you, if you're going to sell these valuable Bitcoin, who you're going to sell it to?
Yes, well, it's a good thing you asked. We will cover that in our e-wallet masterclass. So there are two ways you can sell your Bitcoin if you want to. You can go through an exchange and fiat currency, and you can also what was the other question? I just went off.
Well, I was just talking about, you buy the crypto, maybe you want to sell them, and you said that there are two
That's right. Yeah. So outside of the exchanges, there's a whole industry of what we call peer-to-peer platforms where you can buy and sell Bitcoin to an individual, to real people, and it's directly between you and that person. The platform just serves as the website just serves as a platform like localbitcoin.com. It serves as a platform for people to come together to interact on a peer-to-peer basis. Okay, so we don't want to get left behind. So do make sure that you speak to the person that may have introduced you, or book your one-to-one e-wallet and crypto coaching session. So I don't think we have any more questions. We've overrun a bit. It's been a fantastic session. Well done for making it. I'm here every Sunday. Now, I am going to be bringing the time of this session forward to a new time, I think of 4 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon. We have a number of training sessions that we do outside of this lockdown Sunday. And so we want to try to capture everyone's needs. So there'll be a new time. So do look out for the update. I will directly update you all. Thank you so much for coming. I hope you've learned more about Bitcoin. You know more about Bitcoin and blockchain, and you know more than most people. So you're now really ahead of the game. And do join us next Sunday for Lockdown Sunday with Crypto Celine's London Crypto Network, where you can get started. Thank you, Josephine. Thank you, Johnson. And Mel, well done for coming. And Stephen, thank you so much. And
thanks so much, Celine. This was
thank
was
you.
powerful. Thanks.
Thank you
Thanks
so much.